recording. All right, so far what we have done is we have differentiated our curve or the expression of the curve, and then we came up with our gradient function. The question already says that the gradient here is 0. So it's time that we equate it with 0. So 3 minus x the whole square times x plus 1 times 3 minus 5x equal to 0. See, each of these brackets are individual factors. So what is the first bracket? What is the value of x then here? 3 minus x the whole square is equal to 0, and x plus 1 is equal to 0, and 3 minus 5x is also equal to 0. So on simplifying, what do we get here? X is equal to 3, and here x is equal to -1, and here finally what is the value of x? X is equal to 3 over 5. So have we got the x coordinates? Now derivative or the gradient here is 0. That means this is the stationary point. So how many stationary points does this equation have, or does this curve have? There are 3 stationary points. Do you understand this? That means if let's say your curve is in the shape of this, that means you have a stationary point here, you have a stationary point here, but here they have 3 stationary points. That means you will have 3 turning points. Okay, so let's see this on the graph. So let me put this curve on the graphing calculator. All right, so your y is equal to, okay, 3 minus x the whole cube, right? Okay, so it's 3 times, what is it? X plus 1 the whole square. Or let's just put this one. Okay, now that we have our curve, can you see how many turning points does this graph have? Can you see this?
Yeah.
How many turning points does it have? You have 1, 2, and can you see this? 3 and 4. So at all of these places, the graph is stationary. That means the gradient is going to be 0. So look at this point. What is this point here? Oops. Yes, what is this point? At x is equal to -1. Look at this graph and tell me, do you have x is equal to -1? Yes, that's one point. What's the other point? X is equal to 0.6. Do you have 0.6 here? Yes, over here. This is nothing but 0.6. So you have this point, you have this point. And finally, x is equal to 3. Do you have x is equal to 3? Yes, you have x is equal to 3 as well. So you understand this very well. How many points are there? Now they are also showing this point. They're also showing this point. What is this point? 0. Obviously, this is the y-intercept. So the class is, one of the factor is 0. Do you understand this very well? This is not the stationary.
Yeah.
These are the stationary points. Okay, 1, 2. See, wherever they write extremum, can you see extremum written over here? They are all the roots. But do you see root here? No, it's saying the y-intercept. It's just highlighting the y-intercept. That's not your root. Okay, is that clear? What are the stationary points of this curve? All right.